I choose to believe in coincidences because in the last video I uploaded, somebody left a comment saying that I'm slowly losing my sanity, and I had to respond to them to let them know that all I need to do is play a couple rounds of Call of Duty and Poppy's Playtime Chapter 3, and I'll be completely fine. Run where? Because I choose to follow the words of advice from Dave Chappelle when he said that we need to let some air out of the ball. Constantly consuming all these layers of negativity could be entertaining for some, could be something of enjoyment for others, but to me, I don't want to do it. I'll give you about 5 to 15 minutes on any given day, and that's pretty much it. The rest of my time, I'm spending cooking something, taking a shit, playing with some lotion, putting garlic powder on my knees, or playing a video game. I choose to enjoy a little bit of my day throughout the week and month and years, and not just constantly be riddled with all this form of negativity from all these stupid people and the stupid things they say. And I believe that is a healthy option, to not want to sit here and belittle myself with everything stupid and negative. And the alternative for a few individuals is to apparently decapitate their father's head while spouting a bunch of political beliefs about the world and blaming others for why the downfall of society is coming.
Father. He is now in hell for eternity as a traitor to his country. It is said that those who commit treason and betray others occupy the lowest pits of hell for all time.
There's a man facing charges accused of beheading his father and then posting online. Let's get right out to Hank with what we're learning and what we know.
Yeah, good morning, Karen. We're learning at this hour that charges have absolutely been filed overnight. 33-year-old. There you go, sir. 33-year-old Justin Moan of Middletown has been charged with the murder of his father, as well as the abuse of a corpse. It's confirmed at this hour the victim was beheaded by the suspect, guys, and he was caught last night about 10 o'clock out near Fort Indian Town Gap near Lebanon. But right now it's better to put it in the words of Middletown Police Captain Pete Feeney. Captain, thank you so much, and acknowledged. You've been on for a long time. You are exhausted. You told me a little while ago that the suspect, Mr. Moan's, on his way back, but not back here. Yeah, what's going to happen to him now?
So, yeah, he's being transported back from Fort Indian Town Gap by our officers. He'll go to our station. He'll be processed, fingerprinted, photographed, and then he'll be transported up to Bucks County Correctional Facility as he was arraigned at 4 a.m. by video. The judge denied him bail, so he'll be going up to Bucks County Correctional Facility until the next step in the process.
And stopping through here in Middletown is really more clerical than anything else, just to keep things right.
Correct. We just have to do, fingerprints and mugshot and some last-minute paperwork before he goes up to the prison.
Yeah, and Karen and I had spoken with Captain Feeney a little while ago when we were talking about it, and I asked him to confirm the actual beheading, and he goes, well, it's kind of out there, right? And he was referring to a YouTube video that the suspect, Mr. Moan, put out where he literally showed the victim's head in the video. So that's troubling, obviously, for 100 different reasons. Talk to me a little bit about, you all don't have this kind of thing happen in Middletown ever.
No, not at all. I mean, there's occasionally a homicide like there is anywhere, but they're few and far between. It's a very safe community. Again, we do occasionally have a homicide, but it's very rare. Once every couple of years, maybe, and an incident like this, this degree, I've never seen it happen here before.
And Captain Feeney, I know you don't have the whole logbook in front of you, but he is not, the suspect here is not known to you all as, this is not a house that you all would buy every week for some kind of a trouble or another. This is a quiet individual, quiet family. Yeah,
not familiar to us at all. I mean, we have a few incidents in our record system that we've come out here for various, minor things. I don't know the exact number. I believe it was like 3 is the total number we have, and nothing of a violent nature, nothing, that indicated anything like this.
There you go. Captain Feeney, thank you so much for your time. It's a pleasure to talk to you. Thank you again. He says he'll be able to get some rest once he's done here this morning, Karen, but at the end of the day, that's the latest update in this horrific crime here in Middletown, where a son has beheaded his father, and he is now on his way back from Fort Indian Town Gap. He has been charged with murder and with messing with a corpse, and he'll be back through here to be charged and then sent up to Doylestown, where he will be held. Karen, that's the very latest from here in Middletown.
You cannot argue to me that the left is somehow this group of evil people and they're inspiring all this, or the right is inspiring all this type of hatred and all this to justify a guy decapitating his father and showing everybody for anyone who's willing to see it on YouTube. And yes, it was on YouTube for a considerable amount of time for anyone to be fucking aware of it. And thankfully, just like the girl who wanted to cut chickens' heads off, it's been taken down. It doesn't need to be on the internet. You can have your opinions about how society sucks and how politics is bad and how everybody's corrupt, but you don't need to be killing your father for it. You don't need to be showing me that you did it, because I'll believe you if you say it, and I'll call 911 to investigate, and that's as best as I can do. You cannot allow yourself to be consumed and riddled with all this stupid shit. And guess what? You could talk about how there's immigrants or migrants all around you and you're offended by that and you feel concerned about that. You killed your father just for you to end up in jail and get piped by a black dude who has a big dick. Congratulations, you played yourself. At this point, I've at least shown you 3 to 4 screenshots of articles talking about what this guy was ranting about in his video, but I'm going to read this out loud for anybody in the back who's thinking to themselves, well, maybe he has somewhat of a point, just so that you can understand you are potentially raising an eyebrow and siding with a guy who decapitated his head. And I quote, the deeply disturbed Mon, by the way, terrible name, said Satan wants America to fall so he can unleash his plan on the world. Mon then proclaimed, I and many other leaders know how to fix America, but we have to fight for it. He said many within political parties saw him as the best candidate for president before the 2020 election, and said the former governor of Colorado, John Hickenlooper, confusing name, and former governor of Ohio, John Kasich, would confirm his story because their 2020 campaigns were sacrificed for me. Mon said he felt he could have been the first unanimously elected candidate for both parties since George Washington. He added, but I was betrayed by the FBI, the federal courts, and my own family because there are people who believe I am the Messiah. This belief that I am the Messiah is why you have never heard this story on the news, because it would spread that belief. I'm not saying I am the Messiah, as I would never compare myself to Jesus Christ. I'm just saying that's why I was betrayed. And he ended by quoting the Bible at length, saying that he had a sacred task. Congratulations, you cocaine-riddled fucking freak. You did all of that, and you cried so much to the point where, once again, you're about to get dicked down by Big Tyrone. I hope it was worth it. And if we could take away just a moment and we could center it all back to the beginning of the video, it is important for all of you to be informed about the world and make sure that you're well updated on what's going on in this country and across the globe. But do yourself a favor. Take maybe 2 hours, 3, 5, 6, the rest of the day to enjoy your life. Go outside, go on a walk, to touch some grass, smoke some weed, play a video game. Do something other than scrolling on your phone and seeing some random hot take about dating, random hot take about race, random hot take about LGBTQ. Stop consuming that for the entire day and just go outside, go live your life, go be proud of yourselves. Or you could watch me scream like a little bitch playing Poppy's Playtime Chapter 3.
That's theirs now. Welcome home.
Oh, motherfucker! God damn it! All of these are better options than stabbing or decapitating your father's head. And if you disagree, I am worried about your family tree. Subscribe to the channel. I will see you all in the next one. Goodbye.